Hi friends, happy Friday and welcome to my booktube channel. I'm Taylor and today I will be sharing my December TBR. This list, I only have a couple of books on it simply because I'm a very big mood reader, and so I sort of make TBRs, sort of just like go through my general TBR each week and sometimes daily figure out what I want to read. But I do have a few books that I for sure want to get to in December, and so I'm going to tell you about those today. So let's get started. The first book I want to read in December is The Emancipation of Evan Walls. The back of this says Evan Walls is terrified by the birth of his first child because he doesn't want her to suffer the isolation he has as a child growing up in the racially charged 1960s. Inspired to overcome the racism and class status imposed upon blacks, he dreams of a bigger life, a life bigger than that lived by most everyone in the small town of Virginia that he lives in. So that is pretty much all I know about this book. I like to go into most novels not knowing a ton, but the catchphrase hooked me and I'm so excited to read this one and share my thoughts. So that is the first book that I will be reading in December. The next book that I'm hoping to read in December is 10 Blind Dates by Ashley Elston. So this will actually be a reread for me. I listened to this book last December and I just absolutely fell in love with it. 10 Blind Dates follows Sophie, who has big plans to spend holiday break with her sister and her boyfriend when her boyfriend decides that it would be a great time to actually take a break from their relationship. So she heads to her family gathering at her grandparents' house where all of her crazy extended family is feeling pretty mopey and depressed. And then her extended family decides to, why not set her up on 10 blind dates over the break. And this book, I'm laughing because I'm remembering some of the dates, but this book is hilarious and I just loved the family atmosphere. It reminded me so much of my own family, my own extended family growing up, and how we were always all together over the Christmas break and season, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this book again. The next book on my December TBR is A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. If you watched my Gilmarathon TBR, you'll know that this book was on that TBR as well. I did not start reading A Gathering of Shadows during the Gilmarathon, and so I said, why not? I'll just wait and read it in December. So this book is the second in the Shades of Magic series by Victoria Schwab, and it follows a variety of characters living in this somewhat magical world where there are 4 different Londons, one without magic, one where magic is like a power struggle, and Red London, where a majority of this book takes place, where the magic is thriving in the city. A Gathering of Shadows has a magical competition, and there's still the questions and problems from the first book with the dark magic that is sort of thread throughout the society. So this is my favorite book in the trilogy and I'm just really excited to read it again. I may pick it up tomorrow or like in a couple of days before it's actually December, but I am excited to get started and finish this reread, I guess, of this trilogy. So I have this one and then I'll have the third book, but I'll be starting with this and reading at least this one in December, if not both. And the last book on my December Hopefuls TBR is Long Bright River by Liz Moore. This book is one that I read last year, last December, and what do I just like, I don't even know what to say about this book because it's so good. It definitely has harder topics. It discusses a lot about the opioid crisis, but it follows 2 sisters sort of on both sides of the track, one who is struggling with drug abuse and the other who is a cop who is often picking up women off the streets who have overdosed. Wow, that sounds really heavy. It is pretty heavy, but Long Bright River, I've been thinking about it for the past couple of weeks, and so I knew I had to add it to my December TBR because I just really want to read it again. So I will definitely be reading this one again, and I'll share all my thoughts the second time since I didn't have a YouTube channel the first time around. But those are the few books on my December hopefuls list. I do have a few others that I would like to get to, but I don't know if I will. It'll just depend. December will be a very busy month with the holidays, and I'm working to finish editing my novel, but it's gonna be a fun year. So that is that, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure to hit subscribe. I post bookish videos every single week. Bye.